What's up, everybody? This is Bruce, aka Geektacular, and today I'm going to be doing another unboxing for you. Today I'll be unboxing the Mystical Manga Tarot Kit. So, this is a tarot kit that came out a few months ago. I'm trying to learn tarot. I really like tarot cards and sort of the idea and the artwork and just sort of the whole thing. I have a couple tarot decks and I'm currently trying to learn how to read tarot, so it's just kind of a passing interest of mine that I've always sort of wanted to pick up, and I've been trying to lately. So this is one of the decks that I've picked up here. This one just came out a few months ago, like I said. It's put out by Lewin, which is a pretty popular publisher for books and kits and tarot decks and stuff like that. So this one, the guidebook for this one's written by Barbara Moore, who's kind of a well-known tarot reader slash author. And all the art for it is done by an artist named Ran. I'm not sure exactly how you say that. It's kind of like one of those one name names there. One word names. But he or she has done all of the artwork for this deck, and it's all manga themed basically. So it's kind of a manga style. It has some manga tropes, archetypes, and things like that, but it's built into the standard Rider-Waite tarot system. So the cards are readable. They're all the same cards that you would learn if you learned on a Rider-Waite Smith set. But it's kind of got a Japanese manga sort of feel to it, which I thought was really awesome. So let me go ahead and unbox this for you guys so you can see what all is inside of here. So it comes in this hard box that's shrink wrapped, and I don't think there's any stickers or anything on the outside. So I'm going to go ahead and take the plastic wrap off here. I really like when tarot decks come with large books and they have a hard storage box. Ones that have like those little white books that are just like a little pamphlet, or they come with just, a flimsy disposable cardboard box. I don't like those as much. I kind of like the ones that have thick reusable box. So this one definitely fits the bill there. So let's take a look at the cover here. So it's got glossy artwork all over it, and it is like a really hard box. So there's the front of the box. And then here's the side. And here is the back. So if you want, you can pause and read any of that info. Just a basic description. A couple of the main cards are featured there, and then that's what the guidebook looks like right here. Includes a full 78 card tarot deck and a 216-page full color book, which is awesome. There's the bottom. There's the top. So, comes in this cool box, and like a lot of sort of the nicer tarot decks, it comes in a box with a magnetic clasp on it. So if you just leave it there, it kind of magnetically sticks to the side. You just give it a little pressure and it pops up. Let's take a look at the inside. The inside is still this glossy artwork here. And you can kind of, when I run the light over it, you can actually see where the magnets are. So those are the magnets that actually stick this side closed here. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. So it comes with a little ribbon pull tab here, which is awesome. And that is right under the book. So here's the guidebook. We'll take a look at this. It's kind of got a matte printed artwork on the guidebook, but it feels really nice, like really high quality. Here's the spine. And then here's the back. There you go. So it's pretty thick actually, compared to a lot of books that come with tarot decks. This is actually really thick and really nice, nicely printed. A lot of them just have black and white books or something like that. But this one, all the pages are glossy and fairly thick as well. So I won't show you every page, but I will just kind of flip through and show you the base, how it's basically laid out. About the author. So just some of your introductory stuff. So here's the table of contents. This is probably what you're most interested in. So introduction, glossary, and FAQs. How to do a reading with samples, spreads, major and minor arcana explained. Conclusion, further study in something called the Fool's Journey. So we'll take a look at that in a second here. So we'll just kind of flip through the intro. This is the glossary and frequently asked questions, and then you get to how to do a reading with samples. So this is just just a real basic tarot reading information for people maybe who have never done it before. If you already know how to read tarot, or you're learning, like me, through some other way, then you can probably just skip this part. Same thing with spreads. It just gives you some information about just some generic spreads, like a 5-card spread right there and things like that. So if you skip past all sort of the basic how to read tarot info, let me see if I can get this to focus for you. So it then goes through the major arcana, and each card has a 2-page information about it. So you get the actual image of the card on the left, and then you get a full explanation of the card on the right here. Plus, you get the divinatory meaning, advice about the card, and what to think to yourself if the card comes out reversed. Some people read tarot with reversals, some people don't. It's kind of a personal preference, so in case you do use reversals, it does give you reversal information about every card. And so it basically just, I assume, does that for every single card in the deck. So you get all the major arcana. The minor arcana, it looks like, are just condensed a little bit. So for the minor arcana, each one has a single page instead of 2 pages. They just make the image smaller and put it at the top. But you still get and they also skip sort of the this kind of paragraph of explanatory text here. They skip that for the minor arcana, but they do have the divinatory meaning, which actually it's about the same length. Advice and reversal info. So you still get basically most of the same information, just kind of condensed into 1 page for each card. So they do that for the rest of the cards. Appendix A, further study, just a bibliography of other good books about tarot you can read. The Fool's Journey, let's see. So this basically, it's like a little short story that is about the Fool, so the Fool card, and it kind of tells his story as it goes through each of the other major arcana cards. So that's pretty cool. And it kind of makes a story out of the major arcana in this deck. So the Fool starts out by himself, and then he meets all these other archetypes or goes through different things. So it kind of makes the major arcana into like a short story, which is kind of cool, with the main subject of the story being the Fool. So you do have a little notes section if you want to write in here information about the author, other books, advertisements for other books, all that good stuff. So yeah, that is the guidebook. So let's just take a quick look now at the actual cards. So these come here. So this is just what the inside of the box looks like. This is not glued in, so you could remove this if you wanted to. But it's basically just a ribbon, a thing to hold the cards, and a place for your guidebook. So let me go ahead and carefully take the plastic wrap off of here. 1 second. Don't want to damage the cards or anything. Okay, so these do come shrink wrapped. And again, I won't show you every card, but we'll just take a quick look at sort of the basic structure. So they're about normal sized tarot cards. They are glossy, which is nice. They're not super thick, they're a little thin, so I imagine if you use them a lot, they might get some wear on them just because they're not super thick, but the printing on them is really high quality. The colors are really good. Everything really pops, and the back looks cool too. Just so you can get a close-up of the back there. And I'll just show you a couple cards here. The first few that are on the top. So they all have this similar border around them with the stars at the corner. And this is kind of like a worn yellow sort of color around the edges, kind of like a tan. It kind of makes it look like they're slightly aged or something like that. Maybe it's like a white that's been aged, that sort of thing. But yeah, they all share the same border, and they have the name of the card down here, and then some kind of manga inspired artwork. And it's kind of cool because it's not like super kawaii looking, like it's not giant anime eyes and things like that. It's kind of slightly more realistic, maybe arguably a little Western looking manga inspired artwork, which is totally fine. I mean, manga has all types of different art styles, different looks and things like that. So there really is no single manga style. But I think, especially if you're English speaking, if you live in the West, in North America, this will probably be more applicable to a wider range of Westerners, because it's not super anime-y. But it does, and some of the cards, it does get, you know, pretty anime looking. Like this one's pretty, you know, just the sort of the look of the character and things like that. So it's kind of a mixture of Japanese inspired with a little bit of Western realism thrown in there. But yeah, I really like these. I just really like the font. I like the style of the artwork. I really think that they really kind of captured sort of a kind of fantastical manga kind of feel while retaining a lot of the symbols in a lot of the kind of a new different feel, but in a way that if you already know how to read the Rider-Waite-Smith, you won't have to learn a totally new system for these. These use the exact same structure as the Rider-Waite-Smith, the exact same names and all that stuff. So you won't have to relearn a whole lot. You'll just kind of have to learn to apply those meanings and those symbols to a slightly different art style. But if you're reading for somebody who is into this kind of thing, who really likes anime or manga or Japanese culture or anything like that, I think this would be really good for kind of catching their interest and kind of getting them to understand and connect with these cards. So yeah, that's all I'll probably show you at the moment. I'll just kind of flip through the rest so you can see them. You can find images of all these online and things like that. But as you can see, you get an entire tarot deck here, all of which have slightly different styles, but all fall within the what's appropriately named mystical manga sort of pattern here. And it's nice that they don't all look exactly the same, that there is kind of slight variations in the art across all the cards, but they all kind of share a lot of similarities too. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. So again, you get this, you just put it in here. It makes it easy to pull your cards out with this little pull tab here. And then you get your book right there. And then that is all in this cardboard box. And yeah, that is it, guys. So thanks so much for watching this unboxing. If you like this unboxing, go ahead and give me a thumbs up down below. That would be awesome. If you like these kinds of unboxings, if you like tarot, or if you just like anime, manga, if you like kaiju movies, collectibles, or just movies, video games, any of that kind of stuff, go ahead and click subscribe down below, and also be sure to hit that notification bell down below, so that way you won't miss any of my future content. So thanks a lot for watching, everyone, and I'll catch you next time.